Welcome back, Share Bears. Today's video is an update for my A to Z project pan with the fantastic ladies of Facebook. I don't know where the time goes. I'm filming this on a Wednesday. I hope to have it up on Saturday. Please excuse, I do not have a lot of makeup on today as I spent all morning editing videos that were done after I did the last fantastic collab video. So those will be coming up, and I hope to have this one up on Saturday because I'm already behind. Hopefully I'll get on somewhat of a schedule. I am just happy to say that February is over. It was not the best of months, let's just put it that way. So let's get into this. The Project Pan A to Z is products, so there's 26 products in here. They are products that start with, there is the letter in the name somewhere. Usually at the beginning, but it could be elsewhere in the name. So I'm going to get right into this right now and start with my letter A. So my letter A was Makeup Geeks Americano. There is my progress. I will be putting pictures in for the first and the last, first starting point and the last one, so, or the latest one. Otherwise it could make my videos very long. So I will insert a picture in the video just to show. I have used this a few times, not as much as I could have. For B, I chose a Blink Electric Eyes palette, which was from BoxyCharm. So I got B and B, and the color I am using is Rodini, which is this one, and it has a fair amount of progress, but this is a very soft eyeshadow, so it's not hard to get a fair amount of progress on it. And I use my finger to apply it because it doesn't seem to go on as well with the brush. So you put your finger in and you just have to dip your finger in. I'm not going to because that's a waste. So I have been using that quite regularly. For C, I chose Urban Decay's ElleS Through the Looking Glass, and I chose to use the color Cake, which is this one right here. This does not have much progress on it at all. I think I used it once since the last update. Which is really not surprising because I have so many eyeshadows in this project. For D, I chose David's Tea Lip Balm in Mango Madness. I'm not going to roll this all up. I have been using it, but make sure that you don't try to roll it up before you take the cap off. So I've got a little bit of squishing from like last night. I have been using this every night before I go to bed. So I do have a fair size amount of progress. So that was the start. The green line was the start. This is my second update. Next was Stila Eyes Are the Window of the Soul in Essence. So E for eyes and essence. And my goal is to hit pan, and at this rate it will not happen. So this one right here is Essence. I have used it a little bit. Somebody told me to use it to set my eyeliner, my black eyeliner. Unfortunately, I don't wear a liquid eyeliner, so that is not going to happen, but I have used it along the lash line as an eyeliner of sorts. Which is basically the only way I am using it. That has to stay out. My next is F, and I chose Avon Metallic Fringe Frayed Edges Nail Polishes. So this is the nail polish, and I can tell you it is starting to get gloopy. I actually have it over top of another nail polish that's in this collab right now. It's starting to get a bit gloopier, so I'm not sure how long it will last, but I have used it. And there is my second update line. So it was at the top, first update and second update. I have used it quite a bit more this last month because I was using it over pretty much anything. I've decided I'm not really a huge fan of it, but I have it, so I'll use it. Next is another non-favorite. This is G for Galon Lingerie Depot Foundation. I'm using it, but I do not like this foundation. I do not like it. I would not purchase it again. I just find it looks really bad on my skin. It's not exactly what I need in a foundation, and I have so many others that I do like, so this would not be a repurchase, but I will use it up because it's expensive. So this was my starting line, first update and second update. So I am making progress. Obviously I am using it, but I'm not wearing it today because I just needed a break. I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to use this today. The next item I can't actually show you progress on, and it's for H, and I chose my Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. I'm going to say that this is, it doesn't look like it's drying out, but I have noticed over the last couple of days when I've worn it, it's flaked. This is the only mascara I am using at the moment, so once I notice it is just too much flaking, it will be out of here. I do usually only like to keep items in mascaras open in my collection for 3 months, but I said I would go up to 6 months, but I don't think this will last 6 months. Like, it's getting a little gloopy, and it never used to be gloopy. It is my favorite high-end mascara. For I chose the Tartiste Pro palette. Couldn't see it there. And I chose to use the eyeshadow Innocent, and I have made a fair amount of progress on it. I have almost worn off completely the word Tarte that is stamped into it. Again, I will insert pictures from the beginning to the latest update so that you can see a bit better. This is super bright, so it like screws up everything on the camera. Next is J, and I chose Joe Fresh Mattifying Primer, and I can only guess where it is, but I think there is an air bubble in this because when I go to get some out, it kind of spits, so I think there might be an air bubble inside, but if I look through the packaging, this is where I am at. And I said I don't like this packaging. I think that it's wasteful. I was in Shoppers and noticed that they have changed the packaging, and it is in a smaller tube which, bravo Joe Fresh. They also took away the orange. It's a much nicer looking packaging. But with that, they also raised the price. So I guess you can't win everything, but it's still fairly inexpensive. And my mascara is flaking. There you go. Okay, next item is K. I chose Stila When Eyes Are the Windows Soul palette again, and I am using Kitten. I don't think I used, maybe once I used this in last month because I was working on others. So I only used it once, maybe twice. But I will, of course, insert a picture. It doesn't look much different than last update, so next I'm using it. I'm being honest too, so for L, I chose Milani Luminoso, and all I want to do with this is flatten it because it is a domed blush. I have been using this quite a bit. It is starting to flatten a bit on one side, which, I don't know, I go at it from the top, but obviously I put more pressure in certain areas, so I do like this. I think this is going to be really nice in the summer, but it is the one that I've been using more than any other blushes. I only have one other blush, I think, in any of my projects, so I have been using this one more than the other one. Next is M, and I chose a Mary Kay mattifier, and I have not marked this because I have not used this. I did not use this at all in this last month, so there is no change in that. For N, I chose NARS Chelsea Girl. I have been using it, but it does not show it. You don't need a lot of it, so I don't know. I've used it quite a bit, but I don't see any progress on it. And I have been pairing it with the next item, which is O, and I chose Ofra's Charmed Liquid Lip, and I have been using this. Again, you can't tell. Oh yes, I can tell. I am about here on it, so I will be able to mark this later. But I have been using this. I'm not wearing it today. I am not actually wearing anything except mascara that is in any of my projects. So, and as I said, it's flaking. It's flaking right now in my eye. It's driving me nuts. Next item is P, and I chose Essence Porcelain Doll, which is just a nude lipstick. I have used this quite a bit, actually, more than I thought I had used it when I measured it. So this is Porcelain Doll, so that was beginning, first update, and second update. Like I said, I thought I had used it a little bit less than what I actually had used it. For Q, I chose Quo palette, and I chose to use the Rocket palette, and I chose to hit pan on one, and this is the one I am working on. I don't know if you could see, it's got a fair sized dip going in the middle now. I do use this as a transition color. Next I have R, and I chose the Rimmel Nude Liner. I have used this quite a bit It's even got black on it. How's it got black on it? Probably from when I do all the other stuff. The last time I was not able to mark any progress, but this time I was. So the green is start, and here is my second update. So I did make a little bit of progress. I figured this one will probably be going for the full project year because you don't need a lot of it. Next is S, and I chose my Lorac Mega Pro 3 palette, and I chose to use the color Sequoia, and I have made a little bit of progress, but not extreme progress. So again, photos are inserted. I do really like the Lorac formula, but I don't like this packaging. It is... White was not a good choice because they are a bit more powdery of a shadow. For T, I chose Sally Hansen Troublemaker, which is the nail polish I'm wearing with the Avon fringe over top. And it fell over so you can't see. But my first update was here because it was a new product. And now I'm here. This is probably the one I've worn the most, but it pretty much will cover in one coat. So you don't need a lot of it. Not that I'm upset. If this is still in my collection at the end of this year, I will be happy. I love purple nail polishes. So I'm not going to complain about what I did get out. For you, I chose a Tarte Holiday palette. This was from 2016, and I chose to use the bronzer in Unique, and my goal is just to hit pan. I think I've only used this a couple times this month. Because I am focusing on a couple other bronzers that are in other projects that, well, the one is more time sensitive than this project, so. For V, I chose, again, it's fallen over so you can't tell, I've chosen the Avon Gel Nail Polish in Very Berry. I started, it was full. My first update was here, and now I am here. So I have made progress. This one I need to use a little more than the Sally Hansen because this is only like a couple manicures, and this one was used like 4 times. So obviously this one needs more coats. If it's not out of my polish collection at the end of the year, I'll actually be kind of sad because I've had this a lot longer than I've had the Sally Hansen. For W, I chose my Wet n Wild Single Eyeshadow in Brulee. Oh, my goal is to use up half this pan, and obviously I am doing a great job of it. I use this pretty much every day when I do my eyeshadow to set before I actually put any other eyeshadow on. This would be a repurchase at some point, but yes, I am making good progress on that. X, I chose to use my ColourPop eyeliner in Exit, and I am pleased to say I have made progress, but not pleased to say that part of it broke while I was making said progress. So it is just a white eyeliner. I am not rolling it out because it is broken at the base, which is so common with these. I did use this on my eye before using like the cake to try and make the cake pop a bit more. I think the cake's just bad eyeshadow because it doesn't pop much, but a piece broke off in the process of doing that, which is not uncommon with ColourPop. So there is my starting line, and there is my second update, which is a fair amount of progress, but like I said, these break so easy. I'll actually be glad when this one's gone because I'm kind of tired of using it. Next, I have for Y MAC Nylon, and my goal is to hit pan. MAC eyeshadows are freaking difficult because I use this quite frequently, and it's got a slight dip brush type thing going, and that's it. So again, if it's not out, it's not a big deal because I did get this last year. It's not like it's a super old eyeshadow. It's just, it'd be nice to see some progress on it. And the last product is Z, and I chose Mary Kay's Hazelnut eyeshadow, and it's to use it up, and that's my progress. I don't know if you could tell, I have used a ton of this. I'm getting Americano on my hand because I've got them all stuck in this little palette from ColourPop, but I have a good sized dip on it, and maybe it'll show up in the pictures how much I've actually used of this. So I believe it'll be my first eyeshadow that I actually managed to get somewhere on in this project. So that's everything for this project. I will have a list of all the ladies that are doing this project in my description box down below. This project was started by Beauty and Baseball, Jessica and Amanda D. Both are from the Fantastic Ladies of Facebook. And if you wish to join, there's still lots of time. There is a list of people on YouTube and people on Instagram, as well. There are some people that are on Facebook doing it, so go out and check out Fantastic Ladies on Facebook if you wish to. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm super enjoying this project, even though I'm not making a whole lot of progress so far. Things can change. That's everything. Much love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.